Hey there, TTRPG lovers. I am so excited to flip through Hellwhalers today, a game that needs 3 to 6 players where you take on the role of cursed whalers hunting a monstrous whale through hell looking for salvation for your eternal souls. I'm getting hints of Dante's Inferno meets Moby Dick, and honestly, I am loving it. There's gambling, fishing, and facing the trials of hell along the way. Before we jump into the 56 pages, friends, my name is Jess, and I'm so excited to do this flip through with you from Brewis Tabletop Games and Bogus Cheesecake. Per usual, I'm starting with the cover, and y'all, it is such a vibe. In the introduction, it says, "You're a cursed whaler, sent to hell for your misdeeds, and now you troll the Stygian Sea hunting your quarry." The dreaded Hellwhaler, and honestly, this cover evokes that. It's stunning, it's scary, it makes me want to stop making this video right now and actually go play Hellwhalers instead. As for actually playing the game, I am going to need someone to run it for me, so let me know in the comments if that's you. I'll need at least one more person to play with me, but it's good for up to 5 players and 1 guide. You'll also need 3d6, the Devil's board that they provide in the book, or any sickbo board, the character sheets from the book, as well as something to use for tokens. I did hear that all those dice that you have but never actually use are really good tokens. You'll also need a way to take notes. Again, we all know that you're not going to take notes, but somebody is going to have to do it. There are 4 guiding principles that you should always have your character try to embody: boldness in the face of danger, loyalty to the ship and captain, drive to save your soul, and cooperation with your fellow whalers. The book is divided into a few different areas, including hell and its locations, character creation, things that make gameplay interesting, characters along with clues, lore, encountering the hell whale, and epilogues. Starting off with the hellish locations, my favorite is Lucifer's Landing. It's a little bit about the alliteration, but more for me, it is a waterfall that empties into the endless void. That is literally terrifying, but also something that I would want to see with my own eyes, even knowing that if I get too close, that's it for me. There are 10 more. Calling them safer locations doesn't really feel right to me, but there are 10 other locations along the Stygian Sea for you and your crew to explore. Speaking of your crew, character creation is up next. You'll answer a handful of questions like what your name, pronouns, and style is, what your job is on the crew, and how you died. There are 6 playbooks for you to choose from: the guilty, weary, hot-tempered, pious, haunted, and finally, the greedy. The Greedy is 100% the playbook that I'm choosing. In fact, that's likely why my character died in the first place, consumed by greed and damned to live my life. Well, on life, on the boat where it's hard to get greedy. Honestly, I think that sounds perfect. I think one of the most interesting things that comes up during character creation is the play to find out section. Instead of coming up with these ahead of time, you're asked to find out what you value most, what strength lies in protecting your needs, and what you'll give up to be free during gameplay. Honestly, I love this approach to character building. There are also strong moves which cost a soul and weak moves which gain a soul, so let's explore the next section to find out what that's all about. Souls are a hot commodity in hell and are traded around like currency. I'm getting a small vibe of soul coins in Baldur's Gate that I absolutely let Karlach eat up because baby girl gets what she wants. Anyway, you can spend souls to empower your whaler to seize a moment, and also during the nightly gambling sequence. Knots, on the other hand, represent threats and obstacles. Knots both require souls and consequences when left unresolved, and are consequences of gambling gone wrong. Some knots can inflict crew harm, and some affect your seaworthiness. Using the words claimed and wrecked, adding letters both adds to the level of unease you might feel aboard the ship, knowing the closer you get to each could mean your doom. The whole section talks about your ship, including supplies, weapons, how to handle falling overboard, and either other ship encounters, but what I really enjoy is building your ship. As a crew, the players should decide on a name for the ship, a thing that is true about the ship, such as there are casks of rum below deck, or making something else up, as well as what the figurehead of the ship is. I really like the hammerhead shark or Neptune's muscular form. But whatever you decide as a crew. That's the minimum you need to build your ship, but I say go into depth beforehand. I think that could be a really fun crew building activity. Next up is deciding how long of a campaign you're going to run, and I think the makers of Hellwhalers did such an amazing job of narratively fitting this into the game. The Hellwhale's heart is separated from its body, and your crew has access to it. In fact, your captain has it stowed away, and your crew is using it as bait to aid in defeating the Hellwhale. Your captain will feed souls to it, and once enough souls have been fed through the arteries, it's actually going to pulse, and no matter how far away, the Hellwhale is going to hear it. For a single session, you'll want to collect between 15 and 20 souls, 30 to 50 souls for a mini campaign, or 100 plus for a longer campaign. After deciding the amount of souls needed, you'll divide the souls into counts of thirds. Each third will allow a pulse of the heart, which could garner your crew blessings, curses, or other notable events. I genuinely love this mechanic, the ritual of it all, knowing that each time the heart pulses, you're one step closer to your fate. I honestly think it's perfect. Speaking of rituals, the nightly ritual of gambling at midnight is up next. You'll whip out the devil's board and gather around the board, maybe on the deck, perhaps down below, to read your crew's fate and try to win some souls. Players bet their souls on one or more available squares, then roll 3d6. The fractured fate table will tell the fortune or the misfortune for the gambler. Whether they win or lose, the outcome is actually going to be reflected in the next day's events. For example, if a player rolled a 1, 2, and 3, they'd look at the 6 entries for a sliver of fortune, a simple knot, and an unexpected twist. That player would find a tiny isle with some resources, debris in the water, and a small makeshift settlement. If doubles or triples are rolled, though, you'll substitute that with a number on the doubles or triples table. Your crew is going to need to feed itself. You only start with enough rations for 6 days after all, so you are going to need to fish. The different fish have various health and are worth varying food supply as well. The game lays out the captain and a handful of crew members, acknowledging that as the game progresses, you may add or even lose some of these characters. Blessings and curses can affect these NPCs just as easily as they can affect the player characters. The GM determines if the crew gets a blessing or a curse for the day by rolling a d6. There are all sorts of clues and hidden lore throughout the adventure that you can feed to your players to help them discover more bits of hell. To learn more about the songstress of hell, players can find notes written on the back of old sheet music, the ink smeared from blood and water. And finally, the last encounter, the one with the hell whale. After feeding the last third of souls to the hell whale's heart, the characters will see it approaching their vessel. There are 6 possible epilogues, but maybe more if you decide to write your own ending. Overall, this is such a devilishly fun spin on an open sea TTRPG. If you're looking for a game with depth that might fill you with a little bit of dread, taking you on a wild whale chase, then Hellwhalers is for you. You can find the game on itch.io, which links to a print-on-demand option as well. Honestly, gamers, I don't think this one is a gamble. If you pick it up, I think you're going to love it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you do love it, be sure to check out tomorrow's flip through of the Book of Leviathan that's currently funding on BackerKit right now. It's a 40-page companion book that will have even more horrors in Hell's Oceans.